What's going on, y'all? I know it's super late. I told y'all I was coming, whether it was Saturday, Sunday. I told y'all I was coming. Let's go ahead and open up this thing, talk about it. It's the biggest news in the IWC right now. Apparently, Cody Rhodes has made up his mind and he has signed the WWE contract. Now, we're just waiting on him to show up. I'm trying to see when is he going to show up. Is he going to show up at WrestleMania? Is he going to show up at WrestleMania? Um, how do I feel about the situation? Hey, that's the decision he wanted to do. He feels that Vince McMahon is going to make him the main event player that he believes he is now. We're going to see. We're going to truly see how this is going to turn out. Now, this might completely come back to bite that man in the behind. Um, hey, Cody made his decision. That's what he wanted to do. So, that's all I got to say. I really ain't got nothing to say about it. That's his choice. That's what he decided to do. So, that's on them. Rampage. Now, Rampage came on extra late due to the broadcast of the NCAA basketball tournament. So, how did I feel about Rampage? You know what, y'all? Rampage is actually pretty good tonight, or early this morning, whatever time zone you in. Rampage was good. Rampage was great. Um, I want to talk about the promos that we seen tonight. Rampage is truly our show. For people that's been asking, listen, I'm happy for what they're doing. I'm still gonna watch because at the end of the day, it's all about the presentation, representation. They got it. They got the representation. We was heavily represented. That's what Rampage truly is. Our show. It's unfortunate that it comes on at a terrible time slot, but Rampage is the black show. For people that's been crying about AEW don't present black folk or represent black, AEW Rampage is the black show. I'm just telling y'all right now. We was heavy on this show. I mean, what else can you ask for? We opened up the show. Darby Allin with Sting taking on the Butcher with the Blade. Yo, Darby Allin. I tell y'all every time about Darby Allin matches. So you know what you're gonna get in Darby Allin match. Darby Allin is basically he's a car crash test dummy. His job is to get beat up by whoever he's in the ring with, do a couple of wrestling moves here and there, and showcase how long can he last a beat. And the Butcher basically was beating the brakes off him. Darby got a whole lot of licks in and everything. The spot for me was when the Butcher and Sting eyeballed each other. Now, Sting is the one running around here with the doggone clown makeup on. And the Butcher looked at him, and he looked at him like, "Clown, what the heck is you looking at? What you want?" He looked at him like he was a straight clown. I said, "I'm the one wearing the makeup, and you a clown looking at me like you want to do something. What's up? What you want to do?" And he walked back and go focus on Darby or whatever. Matchup was pretty good. It was a pretty good opener. It ended in a count out, and I was like, I didn't see that. I didn't see that count out. I didn't. But basically, it was designed to make the Butcher look strong. So after the match, Andrade came out. Everybody was practically already out there. Sting and Darby is in the ring. Private party basically jump them. They all get jumped. So you know who's finna come out. Here come the Hardys, and I'm not gonna lie, not Jeff, but Matt looked kind of old, kind of running. I said, man, our childhood, y'all. I looked at Matt the way how Matt was running out there. I said, man, oh boy. Our favorites, man. Matt looked kind of old running. I said, oh man, look. They ran to the ring. They got out there. So now it's 4-on-4, right? And they all start beating the brakes off each other. They run out. So then Matt Hardy get on the mic. He said, "Listen, since you all want to keep gaining up on folk, how about we have ourselves a 8-man tornado tag team match? The Butcher, the Blade, Private Party versus Jeff Hardy, my brother Nero, myself, Matt Hardy, Darby Allin, and the Icon Sting on Dynamite next Wednesday." They all looked as if they really didn't want to do nothing. And then they looked like they all wanted to get in the ring with him, and then they just walked off. Listen, the tornado tag team match was fine at the pay-per-view. If they can do some spots in it, I don't mind it because it calls for it. They have a legit beef. I said, look, y'all don't know. Y'all know I can't. I'm not a fan of the multi-man matches because you really can't see how good somebody wrestles, especially when it's a tornado tag team match. That's just a chaos match. This is just let me do a spot here, let me do a spot here, let me go through a couple of tables here and there, But whenever they plan on doing it, fine, that's that. But like I said, good open. So then we get to the backstage vignette. It was a promo from Dan Lambert's squad. The TNT champion Scorpion speaks, talked about his victory over Warlow, and talked about how a lot of people want to call him a joke. I'm not a joke. I'm here to take over this division. I'm the TNT champion, and I'm going to showcase why I'm the TNT champion. And then Miss Van Zant had an opportunity to say what she had to say. Now, the way how she came across, she said, I'm here. I'm going to give Taya a beat down and give her the A-whooping that she needs and all this stuff. And I'm going to show why this division needs me or something. Now, she sounds like she can talk, but the way how I looked at her and the way how she came across as if she's really trying to get this promo stuff down. Now, it wasn't bad, but she sounds like she's new to this whole thing. I want to see how she moves along as we. Obviously, like I said, I got to see how she works in the ring anyway. But the promo and everything, I'm going to sit back. Like I said, I'm not here to cast no judgments on her or anything right now. But I'm going to see how she progresses because she said what she had to say, and she sound like, okay, I'm new to this thing, but let me sound like I'm about to kick somebody's behind. Because obviously she mentioned Tay. That's her first matchup. I already know that. But Dan Lambert was talking some foolishness as always, and at the end of the promo, Sky snaps his finger. So, decent promo. You know what I'm saying? I still want Sky to get back to how he was when he was in SCU. But now that he's the heel, he can say, this is the worst town. No matter what state they go to, no matter what city they pop up in, he can come out and say, this is the worst town I've ever, and that it got him over. Yeah, legit. Excuse me, like I said, it's super late. I ain't editing that out, so that's in the video. That got him over. So we're gonna see how this works. Now we get legit Layla Hirsch taking on Red Velvet. Now this actually was a good matchup. I didn't think it was gonna be good, and the result itself, I didn't see that result because somehow, some way, legit Layla Hirsch has she's going to get ready to face Thunder Rosa, right? She just lost to Red Velvet. How in the world do you lose and you get a title shot? And we already seen Thunder and legit Layla Hirsch, and they had absolutely no chemistry. None whatsoever. But this matchup was actually pretty good because Layla and Red actually have good chemistry. Red came out from the jump. Layla came out first. Red came out from the jump and started jumping that girl. She said, I ain't playing with you. She said, screw my intro. Her intro went off. She ran out there behind her, started beating the brakes off her. Then she did the move where you flip somebody back, they ain't there hurting herself. Let me tell you something. Red know how to take some bumps. The one thing about the AEW Women's Division, these girls aren't soft. Majority of them, when I see, they ain't soft. They can take some serious bumps. They don't give a care. They got into the ring, both of them going at it. Layla getting her licks in, Red getting her licks in. And like I said, just watching everything was going on. This is a very good women's match till we got to the very end. Now, they're changing up Chris Statlander. Chris Statlander did not have no alien gimmick on. She actually looked great. She looked good. She came out there. This was right when Layla was finna cheat. She was about to pull that turnbuckle wrench. She pulled it from under the ring. And then that's when Chris came out the woodwork and stopped her. And basically, that's how Red won. So, thanks to Chris, Red gets the victory over Layla. And I really don't know where we're going with Chris. I don't know. Looks like the alien thing is done. She's no longer going to be the alien. I don't know what this means. I don't know. A lot of people is thinking that this is going to lead to her dethroning uh, uh, Jade. That's what a lot of people are speculating right now. It could possibly be, but they got a lot of work cut out for her because I personally felt I still believe that Layla Hirsch. Because listen, I don't want to boo Layla Red. I don't want to boo. I still believe that Chris should be the heel in this feud. I personally believe that. I believe that without a shadow of a doubt. A lot of people gonna think I'm crazy. Layla Hirsch should be the baby face. Uh, uh, Chris should be the heel. But they said no. We going with Layla. This is what they going with. They riding this man wagon. Red wins. Layla was in the ring looking goofy, and now she got a title shot. What sense does that make? That makes absolutely no sense. But that's Tony Khan for you. But like I said, outside of that, match was fine. It was a good match. I didn't see Red winning because, like I said, you're pushing Layla as this, heel, and she's about to go against Thunder. You would think she'd have a win, but they said no. We're gonna let Red get this win because obviously we kind of pushed Red back, and now it's time to actually start building Red back up. So good match. So we move on. QT Marshall cuts a promo on Hook. We're going back to QT Marshall and Hook. And he talked about how after Hook beat the brakes off of him at Revolution, he said his own mama checked in on him and said, hey, are you all right? So we're going back to Hook. I don't know. Match was fine at Revolution, but it's like we all over the place. QT was just dealing with Keith, now he going back to Hook. I don't know. I don't know about that, man. Han Solo, a.k.a. Aaron Solo, was standing right there next to him. But, that's that. House of Black. Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews takes on Bear Country, Fuego del Sol. Trios match. Y'all do know these trios titles is around the corner. This is why we keep having an abundance of trios matches. We have one on Rampage. We have one on Dynamite. This stuff is a setup. It's set up. I don't know when these titles are going to make their debut, but they are around the corner. House of Black is making a name for themselves to be the first annual trios champions. They're making a name for themselves. Let me tell you something. Y'all already know. I call them. I say they look like they come from a Freemason party. Well, I was joking, but I really wasn't joking because apparently one of them actually do have a Freemason tattoo on his arm. It's either on his hand or something because I seen it. I don't know who it is, but one of them legit got a Freemason tattoo on. So what I was saying is actually true. This is a solid trios match. Obviously, this is all about Buddy Matthews and Brody King. You know what you're going to get from Malachi back. This is about Buddy Matthews and Brody King putting in work. And Fuego del Sol and them got murked. They got murked. Bear Country them, they did absolutely nothing. This is all about Brody King, Buddy Matthews, stating their case why they should be the annual trios champions when they drop those titles, whenever they plan on making them debut. But, solid. Very good. Very good. So, we move on. We get a promo from Pentagon Oscura and Alex Abrahantes looking like they just left Party City. I don't know where they're going with this. So obviously they called out House of Black. They're not done with House of Black. They want to go at them, and they said it's going to be the Death Triangle versus them. So obviously Ray Phoenix is getting ready to return from the dislocating his arm. I don't know when they're going to have the matchup, but they called him out again. We're going to see how it's going to work. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, this is the storyline they got going on. I'm kind of, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm kind of want to know what are they doing with Death Triangle. Like, what are they trying to what are they trying to tell? Alex Abrahantes just looks silly as heck. He looked like they just left Party City. They think it's Halloween. It's not Halloween, man. But it is what it is. So, main event. We got the interview time, the main event time. So Keith Lee, Anthony Bowens, Max Caster, cut their promo against the man, saying what they got to say, taking shots. Keith Lee talks. Let me tell y'all something. There's a lot of people that ain't feeling Keith Lee's promo ability. Let me tell you something. I like it. You want to know why I like it? Because Keith Lee, the way how he approaches his promo, it is a death warrant. And the reason why I say that it's a warning. Anybody that tangles up with Keith Lee, you fall prey because of his soft-spoken attitude. The man talks with an intelligent mindset. That's how he speaks. You're not going to get no buck dancing from that man. You're just not. I don't know why people want him to talk jive. You're just not going to get it. He talks as if he's an intelligent species. He knows who he is. That's how his promo comes across. And when you hear him speak, you get caught up because he talks as if he's laid back. Keith Lee's promo is always laid back. I've been peeping that. He's the laid back kind of guy, but he can cut a promo. He's laid back. But that is the trap. The moment he speaks, you be like, oh snap, like, oh, this dude is a joke. And then they told him, they said Henry the King VIII behind. That's what they called him. So Mark Henry said, well, that's enough talk. It's time for the main event. So Keith Lee comes out first, limited one. The crowd goes crazy. Keith Lee, what, all that stuff, right? Limited one, bad sinners, all that stuff, Then the Acclaim come out. Maskcaster cuts his rhyme, talking. I don't even know what he said. He said all that. I said, man, you getting ready to get murked. You about to get murked, sir. You getting ready to get destroyed. And that's pretty much what happens. Like I said, you take Keith Lee's kindness for weakness because of how his promo ability is. That is the trap. That's the warning. Don't allow that promo to suck you in thinking that, oh, this dude going to take it easy on you. No. Keith Lee, that's how his promos is. That's how it is. And so what happened? When they got in the ring, Maskcaster really didn't stand a chance. Mask talked all that buffoonery, all that foolish stuff, and got murked. He got murked. So, after the matchup, now, you already know you got Ricky Starks out there. Will Hobbs walked out, and obviously he watched the match in disgust because Maskcaster didn't do what he was supposed to do. And so, Will Hobbs was like, you know what? That's it. I'm about to go take this fool out. So he ran out there, run to him, so they started beating the brakes off each other. Then you see Ricky Starks come flying down there. Now I'm like, okay, where's the Acclaim? The Acclaim came out the woodwork and they laid him out. They hit him in the head with the doggone boombox. So now I'm like this. The brothers is dropping the brother. What kind of foolishness is this? Come on now, y'all. Look, why we gotta do this? Why the brothers jumping the brother? Like, we supposed to be on the same page. You know what I'm saying? Nope. They jumped and they beat the snot out of him, right? So everybody like, well, who's gonna come and come to Keith Lee's aid? Swerve come running out. Swerve come out there. Now, I did not know this. I just learned this today. I learned this morning, being in the spaces with my homie. Shout out to my homie, Mr. Sonny. I learned that Swerve and Keith Lee were actually tag team partners in the independent scene. Didn't know that. I did not know that. So, the fact that now the reason why he walked up on Dynamite makes sense. So I did not know that. Don't nobody tell me. I did not know that Keith and Swerve was a tag team in the independent scene. So it makes sense. So Swerve came out there, he ran those bozos off, right? And gets in the ring with Keith. Keith stands up. Swerve extends his hand and shakes his hand. So obviously, like I said from the Dynamite review, we're gonna get Ricky Starks, Will Hobbs versus Swerve and Keith Lee. It's coming. It's bound to come. I don't know when they're gonna do it. Maybe probably do it on Rampage or something. Because like I said, obviously Rampage is our show. It is official. Rampage is the black show. That is, if you want to see us, for the cats that keep saying AEW don't present black people, don't push black people, Rampage is the show. It's unfortunate they come on at a trash hour, but that's the show where you're going to see us on. Now, if people have a problem with it, so be it. You got a problem. For me, it's always going to come down to the presentation. I'm going to watch this. I'm going to watch all these cats. I want to see it. Like I said, I don't want to keep seeing the Acclaim lose 24/7. I want to see what they're going to do with all these brothers on this show. I want to see what they're going to do. I'm going to watch this carefully. Like I said, this is a very solid episode of Rampage. I liked it. But moving forward, like I said, I'm watching for the presentation of all the cats that you've seen tonight. Every one of them, including Red. I'm watching. I'm going to watch very carefully. So that's basically it. That's all I had to say. I really don't have nothing else to talk about. So, y'all know what to do. Hit the comment section up. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. And I'll talk to y'all cats later. I'll let you boy.